Tonight at 8:07 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 American astronauts are coming home. From the moon. Artemis II, the most historic space mission in over 50 years, splashes down tonight in the Pacific Ocean off San Diego. You can watch it live on Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and NASA Plus, starting at 6:30 p.m. But while everyone else watches the splashdown, I'm going to show you something more important. The $93 billion business deal behind this moment, and the space stocks you should know about tonight. First, here is everything you need to know about tonight's splashdown. Time: 8:07 p.m. Eastern, 5:07 p.m. Pacific. Location: Pacific Ocean off the coast of San Diego, California. Live coverage starts at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV, HBO Max, Discovery Plus, Peacock, Roku, and NASA's YouTube channel for free. Here is what happens during re-entry. At 7:53 p.m., Orion enters a 6-minute communications blackout as plasma forms around the capsule at 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. At 8:03 p.m., drogue parachutes deploy at 22,000 feet. At 8:04 p.m., 3 main parachutes open at 6,000 feet. At 8:07 p.m., splashdown. Within 2 hours, Navy helicopters retrieve the crew and deliver them to the USS John P. Murtha. Then, medical evaluations. Then, a flight back to Houston. This 10-day mission traveled 695,081 miles total and broke the record for the farthest any human has ever been from Earth. 252,760 miles, surpassing Apollo 13 in 1970. So what did Artemis II actually accomplish? This was a test mission, not a moon landing. That comes with Artemis IV in 2028. But it was absolutely critical. The crew tested Orion's life support systems in deep space. They tested navigation and communication links at record distances from Earth. They manually flew the spacecraft near the rocket's upper stage, a critical test for future docking missions. They flew around the far side of the moon, the side permanently facing away from Earth, for the first time with humans aboard since 1972. And they broke the human spaceflight distance record. Every single test that passed tonight brings us one step closer to landing on the moon in 2028. And one step closer to a permanent lunar base after that. Now, here is the part most people never hear about. The Artemis program has cost $93 billion so far. Every single dollar went to American companies. Boeing built the Space Launch System rocket. Contract value: over $23 billion. Each single launch costs approximately $4 billion alone. Boeing's stock has been directly tied to Artemis program milestones. A successful splashdown tonight is good for Boeing. Lockheed Martin built the Orion spacecraft. The capsule the 4 astronauts are coming home in right now. Contract value: approximately $20 billion. Lockheed delivered a spacecraft that broke the human spaceflight distance record. That is a massive win for their reputation and contracts. Aerojet Rocketdyne built the engines. Northrop Grumman built the solid rocket boosters. Collins Aerospace built the spacesuits. Hundreds of smaller contractors across 49 U.S. states all received pieces of the $93 billion. And then there is SpaceX, $2.9 billion contract for the lunar lander that will eventually carry astronauts to the moon's surface. The company that filed for the biggest IPO in history just 9 days ago.